What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here. And no, this is not a tutorial how to mine. I know you guys do love those. I'll be looking at that at a later date. But right now, let's kind of go over things that people aren't talking about. As you know, you can now merge mine Pearl with this new coin Model or S or MDL. Now, we can go through a bunch of things here, but the main thing here is because it's not listed yet, we gotta speculate on prices and stuff to see if how much extra we're going to be getting from mining Pearl on top of it. So as we know, this is merge mine, which is not dual mining. Dual mining is you're mining a different coin. One side of your GPU is using memory, the other side is using core. It uses more power and you lose hash rate on both sides. This is more like Litecoin and Doge mining. So what's going on is we're going to be mining Pearl here, which I got Pearl happening. We can see 1.1 petahash over here on the pool, and I also got 1.15 petahash, depending on hash rate it'll go up, but we're mining both coins at the exact same time, but we're not losing any hash rate. So we're mining both of them, full hash rate, exact same power. That's merge mining, pretty much mining two coins at the exact same time because they use the same algorithm and everything like that. So we are merge mining this MDL. So the major thing here is how much extra could this be earning to us miners? So that's what we're going to be looking at, because as crypto miners, all we really care about is, what is the profitability? We're not really in it for the tech. Maybe you are. Let me know down in the comment section. Are you into crypto for the tech? Are you in it because it's the next best thing? Or are you just mining crypto due to profitability? That's a major question I think we all know the answer to, but there might be someone that's a little different. So again, let us all know down in that comment section. But here we can see, here's the Blockchain Explorer. Blocks in the past 24 hours, we have 478 blocks. We have a current network hash rate of 16.41, and we're currently at a block height of 19,006. So like Pearl, the block reward does drop a little bit each day. Now it looks like it's only like 0.02 or something like that, but keep in mind the block reward is super small at only 28.84 right now, and again 24 hours out. So we don't know an amount in emissions yet, because obviously there's no exchange here, but we can go over a few things. So one, obviously this is it started on June 24th, and no one really knew about it up until now. So I don't think there was a pre-mine or anything, but there are a few select people that started very early, and they got a lot of coins very, very fast because obviously no one was mining. So that's one thing we got to be mindful of when an exchange opens, is there some people with a crap ton of coins. Now, the major thing is mining it currently right now. And, obviously there's no profit calculators, anything available out that yet. I do have this added to my AI crypto mining website right here, but there's no exchange yet. So there's nothing coming up and saying, is it more profitable or anything, because of the fact that there's no exchange. So it's coming up as 0, and it's still showing Pearl alone is the most profitable. So once an exchange opens up, expect this to update with new things. So you can always check that out, crypto, at the AI profit calculator that tells you, all the best AI platforms, crypto versus, and what is the absolute most profitable thing for you. So link for that will be in the description. But the major thing we are looking at here is how much does this have to open up on the exchange if we were to start mining it today? That's right, we're mining it right now. All the pools are starting to add it and stuff. So again, like I said, tutorials on how to mine this will be coming. But right now we want to know what kind of price are we looking at for this to even make sense. Because remember, Dogecoin is the biggest thing on Litecoin, but is this the same thing for Pearl? Not really. So based on all these numbers here, I figured out if there is 478 blocks in the past 24 hours, I used my spreadsheet, which is also this right here, which I did a previous video on. This is open to the public. You can do this with any coin, but this is how we can get ideas of what we need a coin to do to see if it's worth mining, even if it's early on and it's not listed yet. So here we have MDL Pearl hash, and it works out to a block time of 180 seconds with a block reward, which you've seen, 28.84. Network hash rate 16.11. I think it just changed, so let's just update that. It is now 16.44 at the time of recording. So we're going to make sure everything is totally up to date. So 16.44. Let's just put that in there. Alrighty. So here we can see the size of the network base. I have 4090 put into here at 244 terahash. That is working out to be about 67,000 4090s worth of hash rate is on this network. So that's how we can determine how big the MDL network currently is. And then we got 360 watts here at my 12-cent power. Now, obviously, we can't really see all the numbers here because there is no price for the coin yet, but we can get an idea. So it's looking like blocks per day, about 480. That's as close as I could get. 2 blocks off, but point here is going to be pretty much the same thing. Network coins per day is 13,843.2. So this is how many coins are being distributed to the miners every single day. And then once there's a price, that's how we'll know the emissions in dollar value of what this coin will be. So we don't know right now. But my total hash rate, 244. But here's the major thing here. Break even costs. We need this coin to open up at $5.04. That means if this thing is, $5, I'm going to put in a coin price now of $5. You're not making anything extra. You're losing 1 cent on it. Now, obviously, that was not going to matter because we're merge mining this with Pearl. So this is just going to be a bonus. But imagine merge mining a coin that's actually not doing anything if this doesn't open up at $5. Now, what if this only opens up at something like 40 cents or something? You're ultimately losing 95. It's not adding any extra bonus. So, it's not really that good. But again, we would be earning something an extra 8 cents a day. So, awesome at 40 cents. But again, if this opens up at $5, ultimately it'd be a boost of $1.03 per day, which would be pretty darn awesome. But right now, the coin itself, it has to be merge mined with something that's profitable because in theory, it wouldn't be making anything. But it makes sense because it's part of the Pearl ecosystem now. But I just want to, give people the heads up that don't be expecting massive, huge profits moving forward because one, we don't know what this coin price is going to open at. So we can see here that on a 4090, which is a pretty efficient card, we need at least $5.04 to be breaking even. But again, that's on top of what Pearl, and Pearl is profitable right now. But this almost feels like Bell's coin on Litecoin, where it's not doing anything at all. It's pointless to have there and look at it on a profit perspective. Yes, it's getting hash rate to maintain security and stuff, but as a miner, it's not really helping you out at all. So again, it's going to come down to that price, and we need to see at least $5.04. Now, earlier I touched up on something, how the blockchain is, let's take a look here. At block height 19,007, and some people have a large amount of coins. So I'm just coming back into here, and we can see my coins right now based on this. We're sitting at about less than a coin a day, just over half a coin a day. That's going to take a while to get a decent amount of coins. So if you come into the Discord, there's people trying to sell 5,000 coins. I've seen some here for 30,000 coins, 40,000 coins. So like I said, there's people with a lot of coins. I have, over 1 petahash here, which, in the grand scheme of things isn't very much hash rate. But you remember, a lot of people only have 200 terahash, maybe a single 4090, things like that. So, your yields are extremely small right now at 0.68 now for 874 terahash. It's counting up, remember, depending on that. But the point here is we're not really getting very many coins at all, next to nothing. And we have people trying to sell 30,000 coins. Depending on what the price opens up and volume, it could become a rug pull very, very fast. So I will go and take a look at their blockchain more in depth at a later date here, depending how it does. If it starts doing really good, obviously we want information about it. Right now, we're at the opening stage. I don't think most of us really care about what a coin is all about. We just care about profitability. So we'll see how this comes in. But I will link to their white paper here. It's a proof of useful work. Now, remember, I don't really care about white papers. Everyone always says, read our white paper, read our white paper. I don't care what your white paper says because every white paper just changes later on. So right now we say this, next day we're going to be this. Look at Flux for an example, guys. We know how that works. GPU mining forever, GPU mining for life. We love our GPU miners, blah, blah, blah. White paper says GPU mining forever. It's the best thing ever. And then one day they decide, okay, we're kicking out all the GPU miners, removing the proof of stake, and they just changed the white paper. So white papers get changed all the time. It's nothing set in stone. But if you're looking for current information of what everything's all about and what they plan to do right now, then it's a good thing to kind of have a look at. So again, I will have this link down below, but we don't really care on what it's doing right now. They do have this chatbot type of thing right here. You know, it looks like you can link your wallet and obviously use your mine coins and then do things. And there's probably a lot more to it and stuff, which should all be in the white paper. And again, you can check it out for yourself. Again, if the coin starts doing something and Pearl starts exploding and we're making all this extra money, then, you know, I'll look into this. But right now, I'm just a crypto miner looking for some profit. Thank you for checking out this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on how all the numbers are looking for yourself. And if you want to run this coin or any other coin or your hardware through the manual profit calculator, be sure I will have this link down in the description as well, or you can just find it here underneath of wherever this is here. So we can see in crypto mining here, we do have the manual profit calculator at the top and right here. So crypto mining, manual profit calculator, and you can see all the information available. And obviously crypto and AI profit calculator, you can see everything right here on the current profitability on all the listed coins. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I will see you on the next one. Rabid out.